Hello everyone, welcome back. This is JJ. I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day. So today's pick a card is going to be about what's going on. I know everybody's having a hard time right now. There's a lot of things coming up for the collective, myself included. So there's a lot, and it makes sense with everything that has been happening, all the retrogrades and the eclipses that are approaching on October. So October 14th, we do have an eclipse in the sign of Libra. And this is when the new moon in Libra happens. So there's going to be a lot going on. I will do a separate pick a card here on YouTube all about the eclipses and how is that going to affect. But today's pick a card is, like I said, it's about what's going on, the energy, and giving you guys some clarity and some hope, and hopefully just some truths that need to come out, and whatever your guides wants to come through with, right? I'm giving them the mic basically. So before we move into that, remember that these readings are for teaching purposes. So I'm here to guide you and hopefully help you connect to your intuition and to your higher power, however you refer to your higher power, and to just, help you with the energies that are so intense at this time. Like always, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Something does not fit, do not force it to fit. Timestamps will be in the description box below. If you want to book a Reiki session, buy a candle, or any of my other services, or a reading, all of that information is always in the description box below. So I'm going to be shuffling here. I have not picked a card from this deck, and this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle by Alberto Villoldo, yeah. Okay. Y Marcela Lobos. So I am shuffling that. As I'm doing that, I am going to be talking a little bit about what I've seen with my clients, what I've seen in my own personal experience as well, energies that have been coming up. So if you're not interested, you guys already know the drill. Just go down in the description box below, select your timestamp, and I will see you there. But I hope everyone is doing well with everything that is going on. There is a lot going on. I've seen a lot of my clients. A lot of them are doing shadow work in regards to love, in regards to self-work, in regards to their work. I know I have a lot of people right now that I'm coaching that they're making big decisions in regards to their work, in regards to their career, in regards to making certain moves and taking certain risks. And the message that has been coming through for the collective, for everyone that I've come across, myself included, is this es este mensaje de esperanza, este mensaje de tener fe, de seguir adelante aun cuando no puedas ver la luz, ¿no? So it's this energy of having faith, trusting that you will see the light at the end of the tunnel and that things are going to work out for you. I feel like it's hard when we're right in the middle of the storm, when we're caught up in our emotions, when we're caught up in our feelings, when we're caught up in things that are going around us or big decisions that we're having to make. It's easy for us to get stuck in this like 9 of swords, 8 of swords, 10 of swords moments, right? Many people are experiencing also a lot of tower moments as well. And again, the guides are saying, trust the tower moments that are happening. Trust that they're happening for a reason. And that, you're being guided, and certain things that need to leave your life, they have to leave, they were not going with you to your next phase or your next path, and that's okay. That's okay. And you guys know this, siempre digo esto, right? This energy of like, things are not bad, or people, especially if it's people that are leaving your life, things like this, they just serve their purpose, and that's what it is. It is what it is, right? So that's kind of what's been going on in the collective. And there is a lot of, like I said, a lot of shadow work being done. Twin flames, you guys know this. If you're on my Patreon, this energy has been heavy as well. It's felt like a Saturn cycle. This came up on Instagram, today's post. So if you resonate with that, I would encourage you to go check it out. But that is the energy that is going on. Oh, I think I was holding this deck backwards. Okay, so the cards might be flipped around. But I will see you guys in your selected pile. I hope that everyone is doing well. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Prioritize your health. It's important, especially when we're going through big changes. So I will see you in your pile. Bye. Hello, pile number one. If you chose this pile, let's see what is your message. What is going on? What is the energy? If you do see a little kitten, that is my kitten over there. Her name is Miniru, just like Zelda. My kids chose the name. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of it, but yeah, she's over there. She likes to sit and watch the readings and when I record. So just, if you see little paws or a little tail, that's her. But let's see, what is the energy? I am going to pick a card here, in regards to just what's going on, just kind of like a theme for you guys. Okay, so let's have a look here. I hope everyone is doing well. I know the energies right now have been intense, may I say. So I hope that you are being kind to yourself and compassionate. I am curious. Okay, so I feel like pile number one, at the bottom of the deck, you do have this Aries energy. So it could be that there's been this. Okay, so whenever I think of Aries, of course, this is the planet of war. This is passion, but this is also anger, right? And like I said, we can use anger in a constructive way. And anger is a beautiful emotion. I'm very familiar with this emotion myself. Anger can be something that you can use as a catalyst to say enough is enough, right? Because anger is that emotion that lets you know something was not fair. Something was not good for me. Something, I needed boundaries here, or someone overstepped the line. That's what anger really means. But it can also be a way of hiding away sadness, right? We see this a lot with teenagers. I know myself as a teenager, sometimes you can see it in kids too, when they're young and they don't know how to express their emotions. They don't know how to express their sadness. It comes out in anger. So for a lot of you, I don't know if you have been experiencing a lot more like irritable, you're more angry, or things have been like I don't know, annoying you a bit more, or there's just a lot of pent-up anger that has been coming up, and your guides are saying, look, this is coming up for you to see where do you feel that something is not fair in your life. But I see you guys being curious about this. Okay, I don't see you guys taking it like, because I feel like you guys know that this is a new beginning, but just by her pose and the way that she is here depicted on this card is letting me know that she's a little bit protective, right? Like the warrior card, like this, I have this shield, I have this, I'm not afraid to go to battle if battle needs to happen kind of thing. And so this woman is kind of like a little bit curious, but at the same time, it's like she's looking towards the future, but at the same time, her body is still facing the past. So again, it's this like curiosity about what's happening, because it feels a bit combative with this Aries. And I do believe we have an eclipse, but the nodes shifted as well. And I feel like it's because you guys are being called to step up in some way in your life, to step up into this Mars energy. And I feel like for many of you, maybe when you were growing up, I don't know, there's something there. Maybe you expressed the shadow side of Mars. Okay, maybe, I don't know. There might be like a lot of like just saying things as well here. But I feel like you're needing to step into this more higher elevated energy of Mars, which is, being a warrior, being fearless, being courageous, being a leader, and also healing your divine masculine energy as well. For some of you, you might be, maybe there's been conflicts here, or Five of Wands type of energy, a little bit like ego fights as well with maybe masculines, or with your divine masculine as well. There might be something there. But let's have a look. What do we have? Ooh, wow. Yeah, there's something about the expression of anger. You're learning how to express this maybe in a healthy way for some of you. For some of you, you are also, it's like this, the way I'm picking this energy up is like there's this inner conflict of like, do I be quiet? Like, Is that what I need to do? Do I need to be quiet, or do I say something? Every time I say something, it leads to more things. It leads one thing to the other. And so there's like a needing to temper this energy a bit. Okay. A needing to temper it. Someone who has Pluto trining my moon, things can get intense real quick. And moon in the 8th. Yeah. It can get really intense. And so I feel like for many of you, you're learning to express yourself in a healthy way, okay? And I am going to read this from the guidebook because that is also a theme card here for you. Some of you just went to, I was going to say FedEx, but it could be UPS or UPS. There's something coming in for you guys. Okay. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage in our creative energy. Again, this Mars energy that showed up, right? The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. So for many of you, you're looking at a wound that you have been maybe quiet about. Okay, maybe you haven't been expressing this wound. Maybe it's something that you've kind of kept within yourself, and you use this Mars energy to kind of self-protect and to not allow other things or people to hurt you. Can be the thing here, but it has been limiting you. It has been limiting you. For many of you, a grandmother, grandfather has been showing up a lot. You might have been seeing their last name, their name, and they're saying it's because you're healing that wound as well for them. And I feel like this is something that has been waiting to be seen and untangled and to be released. There's this sense of overprotectiveness here. Because you're being called, like I said with the 10 here, it's like you're being called to craft a different story for yourself. But it feels like there is this, because of this story, because of this limitation, this destructive behavior, could be anger too, But they're saying you're meant to craft a new story for yourself, a new narrative. I just heard your ops. Maybe you've been facing certain ops or certain people that, again, they're like, they're meant to kind of like show you what your story was for you to kind of outgrow that or to heal that. Partnership. Okay, this might be something with your partnership, Juno. Like I said, with this divine masculine energy, the Tower card. And look, speaking of Mars energy, there's a Tower card there. The past. Yeah, this has something to do not only with your past, but it could be this past in this lifetime, but it can also be, from people past lives. This is something you've been doing for many lifetimes. This is not something that is just in this lifetime. A lot of South Node themes have been coming up. Maybe this is a story from a past event. Yeah, you're clearing this out. That's what's going on. So if you've been kind of like, what is happening here? That's what's going on. You're clearing things. You're purging all this anger. Because I feel for many of you, with this partnership, it's affecting not only your romantic partnerships, but also I feel like friends and co-workers and just partnerships in general. And we have sexuality, and Mars has to do with our sexual desires. Absolutely. Maybe there are some wounds around that as well. Maybe sexual trauma, things like this that you're clearing up, that is coming up. Maybe because it couldn't be expressed in the past, and so now it's being expressed, or it has been expressed throughout your lifetime through this anger, through this lower vibrational Mars energy. And like I say, every planet has low vibration and high vibration energy. So it depends how we're expressing this energy. And I feel like your guides are wanting you to express this in a more creative way, in a more of like a A peaceful warrior, gentle giant energy here. Okay. We have be kind to yourself during this time. Be your own best friend, okay? Because I do feel like you have been experiencing tower moments. You have been experiencing these challenges within yourself, but also in partnerships as well with other people. And because this was meant to happen, so you can A, recognize this, B, heal it, and see how it's limiting you. But I see you have been breaking free from this energy with this Tower card. Because the Tower card, yes, even though it is things falling apart, yes, it is things that, you know, nobody likes to see the Tower card. I personally like the Tower. I personally like all the dark cards in the tarot deck, but the Tower also allows you to rebuild, and that is what is happening. That's why these energies, grandfather, grandmother, are coming up, because they're like, you don't need to repeat this story. You don't need to repeat the story that has been repeated in your family. You can change it. You can heal it. You are the one that can do it. But they are also letting you know, we need to break these systems down. We need to break these beliefs down. We need to break this story down. But while you're doing this, be kind to yourself, because this is not an easy energy. Every time we're talking about generational healing, those are not light. Okay, those are heavy. Those are heavy because you're taking not only your emotions, you're taking on your family ancestors' emotions as well. The Seven of Wands. Look, that's what I said. This is this Mars energy. It's making you very protective, maybe even a little bit paranoid, maybe a bit defensive as well. And I feel like your guides are saying this is not good. Okay, you feel like there's this energy of like, you feel like everyone or everything is against you. And so that's that protective energy that I was getting. But it's because I feel like you haven't said a lot. There's a lot that you just kind of kept there within yourself. And there's also energies that you're getting from your ancestors as well. And there's a need for you, like there's this maybe overprotective boundaries, and I know that's contradiction in itself, right? Because boundaries, yes, they're there to help you. Coping mechanisms are there to help you, but sometimes they can be hindering too. So there needs to be a balance, and I feel like that's what's being shown to you right now. You have 7-7 showing up. And so this is what is being cleared away from your energy right now. That's what's going on in your energy. And then we have entrance. Yeah, because for many of you, you're preparing to step into a committed relationship here with the Juno energy. Whether this is a committed relationship with yourself, okay, being in more love and harmony within yourself as well. That's something that is coming up here. I will pick a card from here, okay? This is from the Enchanted and Forest, I think it is. You guys, I have so many decks. I don't even know the names. But you're being released, and that is that Tower energy. And for many of you, yes, you broke up with someone here, okay? Someone that was meant to teach you this, mirror this to you. That's for some of you, not for all of you. For others of you, your connection is about to be stronger as well here. It's like you're welcoming in a deeper level of commitment. That's what it feels like. I feel like you're doing a lot of forgiving of yourself, forgiving of other people that might have been involved in the creation of that wound. But it's because you're being invited to create a new cycle, a new path for yourself, and to leave the past where it is in the past. Yes, take the wisdom with you, but do not be afraid of your future either, okay? Expansion. Yes, that's what you're going through. You're going through a big expansion. And for some of you is in a partnership, okay, or with a partnership. And for others of you, it's just it's also an expansion of self. Some of you are not with someone, but you're inviting this energy in. And this is meant to show you your strength too. Because you are someone who's very strong. Okay, you are. I can't deny that. I can see that here. You've been through a lot, pile number one. But make sure you're holding grace for yourself. Look at that. That's what I was getting, like this grandma energy. It's like this ancestor showing up. And you might feel that when this ancestor steps in, you get very emotional. Very emotional. There might be something that you smell. Someone says their name. You might have met this ancestor. And for some of you, you haven't. Okay, you didn't meet them in this lifetime. But this is all to help you manifest things in your life. Manifest your dream life. Now we're going to pull from this deck here. So just know that you're in a period of expansion. This feels like the message that I posted on Instagram. When was it? Monday night. Where I said it feels like an accelerated, like it's happening real fast. And sometimes that's not easy. That's actually a bit more pressure. But your guides are saying it's because it's needed. It's needed where you're going. Archangel Uriel, wisdom, direction, focus, and intention. Yeah. You're gaining a new understanding, and you're gaining wisdom in what you've been going through or what you went through. And they're wanting you to stay focused. Focus on your healing. Okay. Connect with Mother Earth. You might be seeing yellow birds, owls, maybe, I don't know, parrots. I don't know what they are. Hero in the making. Yeah, you've been through a lot. There's a lot of inner healing. Again, there's a lot of breakthroughs that are happening. Like ancestral strength. Your ancestors are the ones that are guiding you. It's kind of like they're holding your hand, and they're like, you know, we know what you're going through because you're doing this healing work for us. But make sure at the bottom of the deck, make sure that you are practicing mindful exercises, okay? That you are doing everything that you can to find peace, to find balance, to kind of connect with your inner child. But there's a lot of awareness that is coming up for you because you are stepping into this inner union. That is why you're attracting now this person in. For those who are single and for those who are in a partnership, you're just not just, it's not the word, but you are experiencing this inner union, and therefore your connection is gonna there's a higher level commitment here. It's okay for you to feel a bit confused. Okay, don't try to control it, because I feel for many of you, yes, there's this energy of overthinking things that is going on. Anything else? Here, yeah, the sun. Have hope. Like I said at the beginning in the intro, Esperanza. Maybe that's the name. I don't know for you guys. But that's the word I heard, Esperanza. Have hope. Okay? Have hope. But that is what I have for you, pile number one. Take care of yourselves. That is what is going on with your energy. Sending you guys a big, big hug. And make sure that you are being kind to yourself. And that you're doing things that make you feel good. Bye. Hello, pile number two. This is your reading. Let's see what is going on with your energy right now. Let's have a look. I hope everyone is doing well. We have the child. This is a theme card. Oh, hold on. This is a theme card. Okay. The child, a new beginning. Number 7, the chariot, forward movement, moving towards a decision, whether to move towards a new beginning or not. Let's pull out another theme card. We're going to be using this deck here. Okay, my perception. Wow, 16, which is a 7, and you have the child, which is a 7. So you might be seeing a lot of 777. Pile number 2, there's something you want to do. Trust in divine timing. That's a big one here. That's a big one for you guys. I feel like here you're clearing up a lot of, I wouldn't be surprised if the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords came out. Your perception is being challenged a bit here. I feel like for many of you, I don't know why I'm getting it's hard for you to tap into your heart space. It's like you're going through so many cycles, and it's like it feels challenging. Like it feels like there's just so much going on that I don't know which path to take. Bliss, look at that. Because I know the child is all about happiness. It's all about happiness, joy, right? The child offers a return of innocence, but I feel like with I am perspective card, I feel like there's something that I don't know. You're having a hard time seeing that. I'm gonna see more about it, but it's like, again, you have the wisdom. This card always reminds me of the World card. A lot of fixed energy here. You might be a Capricorn. You might have a lot of Capricorn in your chart. I don't know, but it is giving the World card here, and this is giving like the Fool, which is interesting because the major arcana ends with the World and it starts with the Fool, and this is giving Eight of Swords. So I do feel here that you're in. There's a big transition in your life, pile number 2. And I feel like, and I don't know if it's coming out, but there's like hammering going on. I don't know what's going on in the background. So again, it's like you're trying to build something. You're trying to like, I don't know. And so it feels like you're having a hard time trusting it, or even seeing it from a child's perspective in a way, like being hopeful about it. And again, it might be because you have so much fixed energy within you. There's so much here that it's like, I need to make sure. Maybe you're someone who has a hard time with changes. And I feel like this is because it is a big change in your life. This is not an easy change. There might be a lot of distractions going on. Anything that happens in my readings always serves a purpose. So I do feel like there's a lot of distractions going on here for you. This might have to do with career. Yeah. I feel for many of you, it's like I'm hearing, I don't want to be naive about this. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't want to be naive about it. I don't want to make a mistake. Yeah, I don't know. Give me a second. Let me close my window. Hopefully that will help. Hopefully that helped. I don't think it will, but you know what? Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, I don't think it will, JJ. It's like something is not going to work out in my favor. But again, it's your perception. The theme here is your perception. How are you looking at things? I feel like that's something that's being mirrored to you through this situation, because it does feel like you're being given the opportunity to course correct, is the word that I'm hearing. You're course correcting something here, or you're being called to course correct. But I do feel like you have to take this child approach. You have to take like this full perspective and trusting. And I feel like that might be a big thing because of this fixed energy that I'm picking up on here. I feel like you will be given a second chance. Do not worry if you feel like, oh my God, I missed out. I'm missing out. Your guys are saying no. No, you're not. This is why you need to trust in divine timing as well. Okay. So if something is not, you're like, I don't know, I'm just not. It's not timing. It's not timing, and that's okay. That's okay. You will know when to move forward. But right now, I feel like if you feel like, oh man, I missed this, or it's not happening the way I want it to, and so this is like clouding your perspective, your guides are saying use this as like a shadow work activity. Okay, what is it that prevented you from taking this action? If you feel like, nah, you know what, I'm not quite sure. Okay, Spirit is saying, look into that. Why? What are your fears? So that way, when the second chance comes again, you will leap. Okay, you will leap. But I feel like it has to do with this fixed energy here. So like I said, you might have heavy Capricorn, heavy Earth energy as well here. Let's see. I feel like there's this, I'm hearing a possibility of redemption. I don't know what this is. Okay. Overcome your fears. Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of fears. Okay, so if you feel like, you know what, I missed something, or something is not happening the way I want to, and there's some delays, again, trust divine timing, but also it's trying to mirror your fears to you so you can see them, you can acknowledge them, you can work through them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're being asked to adopt a beginner's mind. Six of Swords, to move forward. Yeah, you want to move forward in some way. You want to. And I feel like your guides are saying yes, but we need to mentally first move forward from a certain perspective that we are stuck in. You have to look at something with fresh eyes. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know what's ahead of you. embrace that hermit energy too, right? The hermit carries this lamp, and the lamp doesn't show you all the steps like the sun would. The hermit actually just shows you enough for you to know that that is your next step. And trusting your guidance and trusting your intuition is what's going to get you to where you want to go, from point A to point B. Structure, look at that. Yeah, for many of you, it's because you want structure, and I completely get it. I get it. I do. I'm not one. I don't deal very well. It's hard for me to go through changes as well. So I'm not over here being like, how dare you? No, I get it. But I feel like structure, you are creating the structure. I feel for many of you, like I told you with the hammering, I feel like you are the one creating the structure, and that in itself can be daunting. That in itself can be scary because the responsibility is on you, right? It's not like when something is laid out for you. Like I feel like this is you guys going on your own in some way. And so like now it's like, oh my God, you know, I'm the one laying out the foundation. And your guys are saying, but you got to trust yourself. And these are normal fears and valid fears to have, pile number 2. Again, there's a lot of Saturn energy playing out here. Yeah, because you're building your legacy. That's what it feels like. You're building your legacy. You're building your reputation, who you are becoming. What is it that you want to be known for? And of course, this will bring up so many fears, especially if you're like going out and setting your own business, or, you know, switching jobs, or switching, you know, what you are known for. Like there is, or an identity change. Of course, there's gonna be this rebuilding, this restructuring that's going on. But knowing and trusting yourself, it's just the perspective that you're looking at this rebuilding process that you're going through. Take pleasure in the things that you do. Again, the sunstone. The sunstone also reminds me, because of Leo energy, 1010 my time. So, you know, that might be a number that you're seeing along with 777, 666. But I do feel that your guides are saying there's something here that's no longer working for you. And you know this, but your guides are saying it's okay to trust your timing. Don't rush yourself into it either. That's not what you got to do. Okay. You will get a second chance. You will, you know, have your opportunity. Look at that. The World card. And I just said this card reminds me of the World card in the traditional Rider-Waite card, but I can't show it because it shows a little bit of nudity, and that's not accepted. But with the World card, again, you're in this kind of wrap. It's like you're in, one foot is in your old cycle, and then a new foot is in the new one, and you're kind of there in the in between, and that's okay. That's okay. Honor where you're at. Honor where you're at. I know it's scary starting something new, but again, they're saying you're setting yourself free from conditioning of something. Something seems stable, something feels secure, but your guides are saying it's not making you happy. It's not making you happy. You will make the choice when the time is right. And that child, okay, that child's perspective, that fool's perspective, is gonna be that which is gonna help you climb out of that energy, of that stagnancy, if you will. Let's see. Okay, we have one more here before immerse. Yeah, maybe it has to do with home as well. Again, the sense of comfort, because I feel like Saturn also is very much comfort, but there's also duties and responsibilities. So I totally get it. Probably there's duties and responsibilities in regards to your home, maybe family, maybe kids. Okay, maybe, like I said, mortgage, things like this. But it's bringing up a lot of emotion within you, definitely with that Cancer energy. And your guides are wanting you to look at that a little bit here, okay? To look at that and see what are those fears. Because I feel like when these fears come up, your normal instinct is to kind of go en tu caparazón, like a cangrejo, right? And to hide away. And your guides are saying, we get it, we understand, but just know that this change will happen eventually. Just be calm about it. Know that you're in transition, and all these feelings that you're experiencing are normal, are valid. Know that you're not alone, just like this card here. Know that spirit is guiding you through this change. Let's see. Give me a card. Yeah, focus. Wizard of the Woods. I feel like, where is your focus at? Is it in a negative perspective or is it in a positive perspective? And then we have here family. Yeah, family with the Cancer energy. Yeah, and so you want a safe refuge. I totally get it. You want something structured, you know. I get it. I do. But your guides are saying, you know, focus on the beautiful possibility of how things can turn out. Because I feel like if you chose this pile, you know something is restricting. You know something, there's a lot of heaviness there with that Saturn. We know Saturn is not an easy energy. There's so much pressure there. It could be your work. It could be a home situation. And so change needs to happen with the 50 here reducing down to a 5. The third eye. Yeah. And I feel like your intuition is leading you there. But for some of you, it's like you're having trouble, but it's because of these spider webs that are showing up. Maybe spiders are significant for you. You will see clearly. You will be shown. Okay. You will be shown the way through other people. Through, you know, soul family, through relationship, friends, things like this. For many of you, you will be mending certain relationships as well. Maybe certain family relationships. There's a lot of acceptance here, but the main thing is this fear of uncertainty. This fear of like, what's happening next? Because I cannot see all the changes that are happening. And like I said, that's valid. But you have to be open to miracles. That is important here. Pile number 2. You have the wisdom to get through whatever comes your way. I feel like that's something that you don't see about yourself or you forget. And your guides are saying, you can do this. You've done it before. So don't doubt yourself, pile number 2. But that is what I have for you guys. Take care of yourselves. Sorry for all the distractions in the background. But I feel like it was relevant because you're building something new. And whenever we're building something new, you know, we are scared. What happens if it collapses? What happens if what I'm building is a sandcastle and a wave comes in and brings it down, right? I get it. But you're safe. You're okay. And you will know when the time is right to make this choice or to make this move. But that is what I have for you guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be gentle with yourselves. And connect with your inner child. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading. Let's see what is going on with your energy. Let's see. We are going to pick a theme card from this deck right here to kind of just set the tone here. I hope everyone is doing well with everything that is happening energetically. Yeah, there's a lot of that in the intro in case you skipped it. But let's see. I can change my thoughts. Okay, everybody has been getting a little bit of shadow work. I did mention that in the intro. There's a lot that's going on in the collective. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, I have permission. Okay, this isn't so... Okay, pile number 3. This isn't so bad. I mean, I haven't looked at the rest of the cards, but so far the energy that I'm picking up is this Aquarian energy. This energy of this Uranus energy where, you know, you're allowing yourself to be free. I don't know if you're changing like the way you dress, the way you cut your hair, the way you're coming across. Like there's something here about you embracing the unknown, you being innovative. You're innovating something in your life. This can be, like I said, yourself. This can be how you show up in relationships. This can be in your work. This can be in your family. Like there's so many things. It's just the word that I'm hearing is innovation. And I feel for many of you, you've always been a rebel without a cause. I don't know why they're kind of bringing that energy up. I can identify with that, so don't No shame here. This is an open space, okay? Everyone is welcome. And so there's this energy of like rebel without a cause, but I see you now having a cause, okay? I see you now being like, I know why I'm doing this. And that is great. That is beautiful energy. But I do feel this energy here of being wild and free, okay? And like really owning that and embodying that and being like, you know what? Who's I didn't need nobody's permission. It's kind of what I'm getting, like this aha, like being like, whose permission did I need? Like there was something in the back of your mind where you were like, I needed permission, I wasn't allowed to, or it was forbidden. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm hearing yeah, no. I feel like you used to be very much in this like Taurus energy where you were very stable, maybe even stubborn in your own way, because Aquarius can be very stubborn in their own way. Maybe you have heavy Aquarius in your chart. I don't know. I feel like for many of you too, you're releasing, because every time I think of Uranus, I think of this like wild and free energy, right? The rebel child of the astrology. But I'm also getting you've been releasing a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, maybe even regret. There are these feelings, emotional baggage that you've been releasing because it was very burdensome. Because I feel like in some way, somewhere, you believe that you had to be Taurus. You had to be like this very like stable, strong, persistent energy. You had to have it together. And I feel like now you're embracing this other side, which is the Aquarius side, which is this Uranus energy. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So again, I feel like for many of you, you're still battling this. You're still kind of like, your thoughts is this energy of shedding, right? This energy of also inviting more color in as well. Because I always look at this card, either she's shedding or she's inviting like glittery, sparkly energy within her. And it's still giving this energy of shedding behavior, shedding thoughts, shedding beliefs. Because if we look at her clothing, it seems very like pale, right? It seems very pale, like a toned down yellow. Where I feel like your guides are like, no, invite this like vibrant energy into your life. Very dull energy. Maybe this is how you've been feeling. Maybe you haven't been feeling inspired. Maybe like wearing hoops, maybe like roses. Okay, maybe you have roses, like that's one of your patterns. Maybe your name is Rose, or maybe you just like having roses. I don't know. Okay, let's see. This is going to be another theme message here. This is from the Mystical Shaman deck. Oh, look at that. The snake, the serpent. You might resonate a lot with this. With this energy, you might have heavy Pluto. Because I associate a lot Pluto with snakes, phoenix, eagles. Constellation as well. Maybe you're going through a Kundalini awakening. 4 and 6 is 10. For many of you, you're integrating your masculine side, with 6 being the Lovers and 4 being the Emperor. You might be life path number 4 like myself. And this is a 4 too. So you might be seeing a lot of 444. Maybe you're life path number 6 or life path 1. Okay, so the serpent card here. Of course, we know serpent. Serpents is life force energy. This is Shakti energy. This is Kundalini, right? This is the coiled serpent that brings in that Kundalini awakening. And the serpent came out on Instagram's post today. So snakes are known for bringing in passion, healing, renewal, shedding. Yes, snakes can sometimes be, everybody's afraid of snakes because of their power, but they also offer the fruit of the knowledge, right? They just look at the story of the Garden of Eden. I feel like you're being encouraged right now, or the energy that you're in is you're letting go of an old skin. And this skin feels tired. I'm hearing tired, dull. And also remember, the serpent is also offering you the forbidden fruit. Okay, there's something here, and we're gonna look at the rest of the cards, but I'm hearing the forbidden fruit. But this is going to ignite you. Like, this is going to, again, give you like that burst of energy. That is, yeah, this can be Kundalini. Kundalini energy can be, this might be, again, something that you've been going through, or you're about to. For some of you, I feel like you're already in this energy. And for some of you, you have been shedding this, and so that's why you've been a little bit MIA a bit. Because this is like a fresh experience. I'm hearing the experience of your life. Whatever that means. And this has to do with your passion, your sexuality. All these are awakening. Again, Shakti energy. Your manifestations are going to be like, if you felt like you've manifested before so effortlessly with this energy, you're gonna manifest a lot quicker. You've been letting go of old things that you have been attached to. Okay, old beliefs, maybe people. And yes, this awakening, especially Kundalini awakening, can be scary. It's not it's not an easy energy to work through. You might be seeing a lot of snakes. But let's see. What else do we have here? Clarity. Clarify. Solar calm. Perception. The moon. For some of you might have moon in Scorpio, your sun in Scorpio, or your sun trines your moon, or is conjunct your moon, something like this. And balance, like I said, the wizard, see? You're stepping into this like magician energy, and you're letting go of all these things that used to tie you. I feel like now you're lighting this. You're lighting these ties, these chains on fire. Very much Uranus energy here. Very much. You're setting yourself free. That's what's going on here. Because I feel like your thoughts were impacting your perception about your own identity with the solar energy being here. Open the door. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now you're opening these doors. And then we have solar flares. You guys are going through so much. You might be having your solar return because your birthday is coming up. And so this solar return is going to be big for you. Like big, 16, 17, 19. Yeah, it's like a big, I'm hearing quantum leap as well here. Like I said, there's like this big solar activation, and this can even be, again, it can be that your solar return is happening around the eclipse that is happening October 14th. So this eclipse is big. So if your birthday is like mine, that is landing around that time, this is a big activation for you. It's like the volume is turned up loud. Okay, very loud. It's like you're initiating change. You are changing your status quo. You are bringing revolutionary change. Again, this Uranus energy. You're taking something. There's a possibility here of taking something. A door is opening up for you to take something and make it permanent. So it's going to be like a business plan or a partnership. Okay. But it will take conscious effort. So just, keep that in mind. It's like you're being given so much energy, especially with the Shakti Kundalini, that your guides are saying, use this energy wisely. Okay. You will feel the heat in this situation. You will feel the passion. That is something that came up on Instagram too. Make sure that that passion and that alignment is in alignment with your passions and what you want. Drink lots of water. Ooh, and an airplane is flying over. Something is taking off. You're taking off, pile number 3. You're taking off. I keep hearing revolutionary change. Changes in the air. This flare, this activation, this Kundalini energy, it's supporting your work. It's supporting what you want. This is not the time for you to be quiet, to hide away. Okay, this is not, your guides are saying, no, do not do that. Because this is your time to create, pile number 3. That's what's happening. So if you've been like shedding, you've been releasing, that's why. And I feel like you've been doing a lot emotionally here with the moon. You're working towards positive change. Listen to your intuition. I'm hearing your sun is being activated. I don't know, you might have your sun in the 3rd house or something like that, where, you know, a lot of astrologers believe that is debilitated, or just sun in Libra in general, there is considered debilitated. But they say it gets better and it gets stronger after 30s. So that could be something here, but whatever this is, it feels big, it feels beautiful. This is an activation of you that's happening here. Wow. Okay. And we have to look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Your luck is changing. And I feel like you're going to be more open to rolling the dice, to taking risks here. But of course, always be mindful. Be mindful, okay? Because I feel for many of you with this, like, there's certain, I feel like you've also been healing a lot of like, let's say, for example, you felt this energy before, but before it would be expressed in a very impulsive way. I feel like now you are taming that a little bit, and you're now being more, again, a rebel with a cause instead of being a rebel without a cause, if that makes sense. But there's a new cycle here for you. Look, 10-10. Ooh, this feels so good. Okay, hold on. The Ace of Wands. It's like your creativity, your passion is on times 1,000. Like, I don't know. It's turned on. You can't turn it off anymore. Your creativity, so many creative projects, ideas. There's gonna be this like resurface here. You've opened the door to this new way of being. But you gotta trust your gut. You gotta trust your intuition. The moon is there. It's balanced with the moon. The moon is right there letting you know, like, you know, pay attention. Tune in. Tune into your intuition. Tune into, you know, what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to show you. And look at your emotional motivation also, okay? Because with passion, you know, we can be a bit impulsive. So this moon is kind of like, tune into your emotions here to make sure that we're not being too impulsive. Okay, work with amethyst, work with the golden healer crystal here. Ooh, you guys, pile number 3. I like this. You might have chose pile 1 too, because this is giving kind of similar vibes. Let's see. Yeah, like and I said fire to the rain. Divine intervention. Faith transition, unforeseeable life changes. Yeah, these are big changes. I feel like you didn't even know. You got to look at your chart. You got to look at your chart. There's a big rebirth here with that snake energy. I feel like your connection to source, God, the divine, is becoming stronger too. The journey. This is part of your journey. This was meant to happen. This is a new life chapter for you. At the bottom, we have heart healing, heart chakra, unconditional love, forgiveness, and acceptance. That is that moon energy. Tune into your heart, okay? Tune into your intuition. Because if what you are creating, if that passion that you're feeling is in alignment with your heart, you are unstoppable, pile number 3. There are things that are coming up. You've been working. That's what you've been releasing, this nostalgia. because you're on a new magical beginning here. There's so much growth. You've done so much growth here, pile number 3. You've done so much growth. And look, you've been in kind of like this shadow. Now you're stepping into the sun. Okay. This eclipse is going to be big. You guys should watch that. Pick a card that I'm going to do about the eclipse, because especially if your birthday is landing around that time. We have family. The wolf spirit. I know I had a dream about a wolf recently. Maybe you did too. Or maybe wolves are your favorite animals. Which wolf are you feeding? Okay, which one are you feeding? The impulsiveness or the one that's in alignment with your heart? Like there needs to be a balance here. Yeah, big decisions. 5 and 1 being 6 and growth. Yeah. It's a lot of growth happening here for you. And then we have wisdom. So make decisions from this place of wisdom. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's all. That's all that I have left for you guys. I think this was a really good reading, you guys. I feel like you guys don't even know what this change, like how it's going to look like. Because a lot of you have been having a lot of divine interventions, one after another, after another, after another. But your guides are saying it's because we've been aligning you to this new chapter in your life. But you had to shed certain things. You had to let go of a lot of things in order for the solar activation to be what it needs to be. But now that door is open. That is what I have for you guys. Take care of yourself. You don't need anyone's permission. Again, you just need your own permission and your guides. That is it. Bye, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe.